start the content writing, and as the medium of the content writing, like in English, so we can use normal communication way like in Urdu and the other language you want to prefer. So it totally depends on you in which language you are more comfortable in the content writing. So let's start with the nail content writing. Actually, while in the content part of the content writing, you have to write some kind of material that is not existed over the internet, or some of the material that is already part of the internet or the online machines, so you can easily interact or interact with some kind of the basic problems that we are facing in the content writing. So let's talk about a little bit about the creating content which communicates and convinces. Now, the part of this system, you need to write things over and over again. So what kind of things? So let's start from the very basic. So actually, the content writing always plays an important part where you're going to convey your message towards your audience. So technically speaking, while you're writing the content, while it's in Urdu or either it's in English, it depends what kind of audience that you need to target about. So there are a lot of websites like the Udemy, Coursera, MIT, even the Nexskill website. You found a lot of things over these websites, like the content the people use to write and communicate with people with words. So you know how you're gonna play with your words. So most of the people connects with you with the words, and the words are the very important part in the content writing. But it doesn't matter that the grammar, somehow you can utilize the grammar, but the important thing is, besides the grammatic part or grammatic rules, you need to start writing actually. So you need to start working actually. So you need to work over the things that you need to do. Okay, let's start with the agenda. So it's actually going to like the objective, media, like it's a part of the content writing. So it's the objectives, media, research, message, and story. While come to the writing skills, it's writing, headlines, voice, connection, emotion, activation, conversation, simplicity, fun. The call for action, which is more the important part that we used to work with. So while in the content writing, people always work with the part of the content. How are you going to write the content over the media? How are you going to write the things over the internet, over the website, over any kind of solution that attracts your audience towards your words, towards your website, towards your things that you need to start, towards your product, towards your business. Actually, your words are the business. Actually, you are working in the business with words. So it depends while you're working with words or while you're working with the things that you need to start or create or what you want to utilize or whatever you want to do. So it totally depends on you. How you gonna start, where you gonna start, how you gonna end, or where you gonna put yourself over it. Now, let's start with the working part of today's lecture. And the first thing, the great writing requires preparation, great content requires planning. So definitely you're going to plan something while you're going to write. And what kind of planning is it? What kind of things that you need to? So technically you are zero. zero in onto the goal. So you need to reach towards this goal. And right now, we are on the scale of 0. So let's start writing. So I'm going to open the notepad. I'm not going to consider any kind of grammar and grammatical rules right now. So I'm just going to put the notepad so I can easily write things with the help of my words, with the help of the things that I need to write. So there are a lot of things that we need to work on. Okay, let's start with the very basic. Let's take an example. So my example is going to say sky is limit. Now, technically speaking, it's just like 3 words, but with the deep meaning. In depth. In depth, we need to start working over the things that are not the part of writing. That are not a part of writing. Why? Because our topic is the sky is limit. Sky is limit is our topic today. So what is actually the things? And how you're going to manage the things that you need to start and working over it. Okay, the sky is limit. So let's start with any kind of motivational things that you write, not over the internet, not over anything else, not for the quotation of anyone else. So sky is the limit. People used to play with things. I play with dangers. So I can make myself, or I can see myself, that's a major one, I can see myself in York after 6 years. So actually, what does it mean? The people used to play with things, I play with danger, so I can see myself in York after 6 years. If I said sky is limit, it means it's going to be a motivational topic, but it's not a motivational topic. It's actually like you're going to set something for the goal. Now, your achievements are to approach sky. To approach sky. And how are you going to approach your sky? Because you don't have the things that you need to work it on. But you need to approach the sky. And the sky is limit. So what will be the things that we need to work on or that we need to start? So we have a different things in the content writing. So we have different part of the content writing in which we can play with, in which we can have the access of a lot of things, in which we can have the part we used to play. So actually, while in the content writing, while you are playing an important part in the content writing, your words actually speak. So while your words are speaking to in besides you in front of the people, so your words actually explaining everything that you are going to say towards the people, towards towards any media, towards anyone else. So your words So your words are important. So actually it's a part of zero to the goal. So while you're playing with words, so actually you started from zero and you're going towards the million. Because the zero is the only thing that where you started, where what you have in your life, what and where you're going to prepare yourself. So it's just like while in the content writing, you just put yourself over the zero part and then plan, prepare, and then run. So technically, you need to plan something before you are going to take any kind of action, before you're going to take anything else. So your words are one of the most important part that play in the content writing. So actually, the content writing experts helps where in businesses, in growing the business, in growing audience of the different companies that actually, if you're going to see a lot of websites, like I'm going to start a website over like this one. So it's actually a medium that is a website, but this is a content that is published over the internet. That is a part of that blog, but it's published over the internet. So while people used to work over the content writing, the content part, they need to find some kind of specific words, sometimes idioms, but before they are going to start their content writing, they need some examples, how they start, how it works, and how the content of the web or the blog or an article can be written in what context. Now, the part is what context? Plan, prepare, and done. But what words you are going to attract towards your audience, what words you are going to utilize that your audience is going to interact with you. So it depends. So every time it depends where you're going to start and what. So it always depends where you're going to start, and it depends what you have. Launch the specific object of each piece with the board objective of the marketing plan. So every time you are going to say anything, so it includes in your marketing plan. So actually the content is what you get back. So what response you're going to get back from your audience. And what response will you aim for? So what as your aim, for what purpose you're going to write an article, for what purpose you are going to say something. So sometimes people give up over the content, over the things that they are working over and over again. So these are some kind of websites that works. Like if I'm going to say Nexskill. So it includes the technical content writing as well. So our course include everything. Just because of this content, our website ranks on the first. It works over the ranking part as well. How you rank the words, how you're going to write something over the internet, and people used to see that thing. So it is a part where where you get the response. And the part of the product. So it includes in your marketing as well. So actually, how will you deliver the value? And what question will you answer? Think I'm here to help. But the question you are going to ask towards your audience that how, why, when, and where. Like, let's take another example. Women rights in Pakistan. How you work on this topic. It's all about the women rights in Pakistan and how it works. So while working over this topic, so you say like working the women rights in Pakistan. So what do you think? What rights do women have? So we are going to easily set, which is also one of the basic thing that we have. So we start women plays an important part in our lives. Without them, we are not even here. So it's a technical point. So you can discuss the technically. So later on, you can discuss about the rights of a woman. So without them, we are not even here in this world. So that's a fact actually. So while if you're going to talk about any fact, you select that one, bold that one, and make it in another italics. So the people already going to concentrate over this topic in just one blank in this world. Women, so I'm going to say women, and we are just not going to use this one anymore. Women's are mothers. Uh, Maybe you can utilize it just like this way. Women's are much better entrepreneurs entrepreneurs of the era of 2021. So actually, entrepreneurs of era of 2021. Women can do such things which man can't even think about that. They have some go good with work. Now the concern is, where are the women rights in Pakistan? So you're going to turn here. Women women can pursue their working rights from Islam as well. But this is not the good part. So people used to consider working women are not that worthy as others. So the women can pursue their rights, their working rights from Islam as well. Worthy as others. In people explain. So actually you need to explain the working of the women rights on both ends in Islam as well as the part of the company. So in Islam there is a very little part where the people used to consider that the women don't have that much right to start their own businesses or to work over it and start working over it. Okay, let me tell you about some one thing, that if the internet connection will be disabled, so don't worry about the class. Your class will be recorded on my system because there, I guess, there is uh, a few seconds ago, the internet was glitched by our office. So it may be glitched again. It may be glitched again. So maybe it affects again. So don't worry about it. So actually, if we are going to talk about this topic that we are going to consider today, it's just like the basics of the content part, where you have to deliver the value of that working material and the working criteria. So what question you're gonna answer, and how you're gonna take that much time, and how much time do you need actually? So plan and prepare, there is a word that is trough. So trough is one of the need that you gonna find. So it's technically the way that you are going to find the research topic or the research material over the internet or over someone else, even your own thinking. That's a part of the trough. So trough is actually the technical rules, you can say, for any kind of topic that you are going to write over a blog or the website or something. So there are two type of troughs. There are APA and APP. So the APA is a trough where you're going to align the topics. There are in APA, There are two topics that you're going to explain in just one. So we just started APA. So APA formation of the content writing is the way that you need to consider that you know how to write document over the internet and how you're going to write the things over the internet. So it depends. Most of the time, it's not the part where you let. So most of the time, it's the part where you are. So it's always depends where you want to know the truth and the media. Where will the interaction be, when and why? As I said before, when, why, how, where, and what. So what was the topic? Where you're gonna start, why you're gonna start, how you're gonna do it, and when you're gonna do it. So this is actually the 5 words, 4 W's and 1 H. How? So in the part of the content writing is a website content writing creates the basic clients, just because the client is going to visit your website, and if you don't have that content over the website, so no one is going to click and no one is going to show their interest over your website or over your content part. So I'm going to put a simple working example for you, or simple working assignment for you. So you're going to write a thing over the women rights in Pakistan or the political issues of Pakistan. So you can choose any of the topic and you can write over it. And while you're going to write the topic, if you find any difficulty, you just have to let me know over the WhatsApp so I can make it work for you guys, so you can make it work over it. So for the basic part, you got the assignment that you're going to write the rights, the women rights in Pakistan, and you need to write 500 words so that it's gonna be effective, unless you will never get into any kind of trouble. So this is one of the basic orientation of the word, actually the content writing, and I'm going to put you over the two examples, the women rights in Pakistan and the political issues of Pakistan around the world. So that's two are the assignments, and you just need to write 240 words of each. And if you have any query, just have to let me know over the WhatsApp so I can easily solve your query. And your time starts now. You just have 30 to 40 minutes to solve this assignment.